Greetings and welcome to another video. I am once again speaking to you from the forest of prosperity, and today's topic is about investing in Platinum ETFs, and we will talk about the top 3 Platinum ETFs of 2022. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help this video with the algorithm so we can spread the message and help more people learn about how to be more successful in business, in their finances, and in life in general. So let's talk about investing in platinum. I know when it comes to precious metals investing, most people think about gold. That's the most popular metal to invest in because gold is rare, it's very valuable in terms of jewelry, has a lot of commercial and industrial demand, and it's very hard to mine and it's expensive to mine, so it's kind of resistant to metal inflation. So it's something that can maintain its value over time, especially over difficult times in the economy, in the world. When it comes to inflation, gold is very popular. But I think an overlooked metal to invest in is platinum. And to give you some background information, platinum is actually 30 times rarer than gold. And it is also 15 to 20 times rare when it comes to platinum mining compared to gold. And that makes platinum even more resistant to inflation than gold. It's even more rare, and it is also very beautiful like gold is. And actually its properties is actually even better than gold because it has higher densities and higher purities. It's also very durable like gold is. And when it comes to jewelry, platinum is actually valued over gold. That's just a standard throughout history, and it actually is even more useful when it comes to other purposes besides jewelry. Platinum is pretty essential when it comes to developing clean energy technologies, and it has a lot of other commercial and industrial demand. It's an even more useful metal than gold when it comes to technology and manufacturing. So the beauty of investing in platinum at the present time is that platinum is actually priced less than gold, which is a historical anomaly because usually platinum trades at 1.25 times the price of gold. And whenever platinum trades less than gold, eventually it catches up with gold in terms of price. Why this is could be because of platinum demand being less consistent than gold because since it's such a rare metal and it's not as invested in and bought after like gold is, the price of platinum can fluctuate more than the price of gold. So whatever reason, platinum is priced less than gold when it really shouldn't be because it's valued higher in jewelry, and it also has more industrial and commercial purposes than gold. So basically platinum is undervalued, and whenever it is undervalued in the past, it catches up with gold. So right now is a perfect opportunity to invest in platinum because it is underpriced, undervalued, and you can make a profit off of it. So anyway, one of the best ways to invest in platinum is by investing in platinum ETFs. I also talked about other ways to invest in precious metals in my previous videos. You can look at that, but this video is about investing in platinum ETFs. If you're not aware of what an ETF is, and I think most of you know what an ETF is, but for the beginners watching, an ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund, and what it is a fund that holds a basket of securities. It has its holdings and its assets, and these are made up of securities to track certain parts of the stock market or certain part of the financial markets. And when you're buying a share of the ETF, you're buying a share of this basket of securities. You're buying a share of the ETF's holdings. So when it comes to Platinum ETFs, when you buy a share of a Platinum ETF, you are buying a share of what that Platinum ETF holds. And in this case, it holds Platinum. Now, there are ETFs or funds that hold Platinum futures and other financial derivatives. We're not going to talk about those. We're going to focus only on the ETFs that hold the physical platinum itself. And when we are evaluating ETFs, there's really two things to really look at. The first is that you should look at its expense ratio. So an expense ratio is the costs of the fund, the operating costs, divided by the fund's assets. So it's the fund's costs over the fund's assets, and it gives you a good idea of how much operating expense it takes to operate the fund. The lower the expense ratio, the lower cost it takes to operate the fund, and the more value you get for your investment. The second thing you should look at is whether the ETF is leverage or not leverage, or whether it has a lot of leverage or it doesn't have a lot of leverage. So most of you know what leverage is, but basically leverage is borrowing money, basically. And when I evaluate ETFs, I look for non-leveraged ETFs or ETFs with low leverage, because especially with something as straightforward as precious metal investing, you really don't need unnecessary financial engineering to create unnecessary risk for you. It's much easier to just go the low risk route and invest in the non-leveraged ETFs that hold the physical metals themselves. And that is what we will look at. A third thing you should look at when evaluating ETFs that I need to mention is the size of the ETF, which indicates the liquidity of the ETF. Obviously, the bigger the ETF, the more shares it has, the more easy it is to buy and sell it, which offers you higher liquidity. And the smaller the ETF, the fewer shares it has, the less trading volume, and it's harder to buy and sell the ETF. So those are the three things you should look for when evaluating ETFs. Now, let's rank the top 3 Platinum ETFs. So number 3 would be the Sprott Physical Platinum and Palladium Trust. This ETF has $150 million of assets under management. The assets are platinum and palladium bullion, and its expense ratio is 1.07%, which is actually a pretty high expense ratio. You should look for ETFs that have a lower expense ratio. So I do not recommend this ETF, although it does have a pretty good reputation. Sprott has a very good reputation in terms of precious metals ETFs, so it's trustworthy, but it just has a high expense ratio. So you can find other ETFs that will give you more value for your investment. The other 2 Platinum ETFs I think are better for you to consider. It's what I recommend. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. One has a better expense ratio, but it's only slightly better, and the other is much bigger, which offers you higher liquidity. It's easier to buy and sell. But when you're investing in something like platinum, it's not so essential for you to make sure you can buy it and sell at any time. So it's something for you to consider. You have to balance whether you want higher liquidity or a better value for your investment, which is signified by a lower expense ratio. So the one that is bigger is Aberdeen Platinum ETF. the Aberdeen Standard Physical Platinum ETF, and it has $1.2 billion of assets under management. Its expense ratio is 0.6%. It holds platinum, physical platinum, so it's the biggest platinum ETF, and it has a reasonable expense ratio. And the one with the best expense ratio is called the Granite Shares Platinum Trust. Its expense ratio is 0.5%, which is better than the other ETF, the Aberdeen ETF, but its assets under management is only $43 million. So it's smaller, it's going to be harder for you to buy and sell, but when you do invest in it, it will give you more value for your investment. So it's what you want, it's what you want to prioritize. If you want to prioritize liquidity, then invest in the Aberdeen Platinum ETF. If you want to prioritize the most value for your investment, then go for the one with the lower expense ratio, which is Granite Shares Platinum Trust. And those are basically the three major platinum ETFs that trade in the United States. There aren't really many others. Those are the three major ones, so that's all you got to know. The Sprott Physical Platinum Trust is the one that has a high expense ratio, so it's not the one I recommend. I would recommend you choose between the Aberdeen one and the Granite Shares one. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did find it helpful, make sure to like the video and comment your thoughts. Comment on what you want me to discuss next, because I'm here to help you guys succeed in business, in your finances, and in life in general. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications for more helpful content. And all of these actions helps me and helps the video with the YouTube algorithm, so we can reach more people and help more people become more successful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.